Ha. So you have used the to text function, Vikram. That's what I said. And this weekday was not required here. Okay. Now, the next one, we are just going to see the dated if function. And this is one of the most useful function, dated if. If you see, just break this in two things. One is a date, okay? And second is the difference. It means it will tell you the difference between two dates. Difference between two dates. Okay, it will tell you the difference between two dates, but in the terms of year, month, and day. In the year, it will show you the dated if. Okay, I'm writing this syntax for you. Initial days, comma, last days, or initial day, comma, last day. And for the year, in double quote, y. For the month, ym. For the day, md. Okay, this one. So this y will show you the complete year. Okay, this ym, it will show the remaining months. Remaining months is what? For example, between the 2 days, if the month difference using this ym is coming as a 15. Okay, so that 12 year, okay, that 12 month will convert into 1 year and it will show the remaining month. Like example, for this ym, if my output is coming the 15, then from the 15, the 12 will convert into the 1 year that will be shifted. So how many remaining months will be there now? 3, right? So the result
3
of this
months.
ym will be the 3. Okay. And same for the day. If the difference between the two dates are more than the 30 or the 31 as per the calendar, or the 29 or 28, so those number of days will shift into 1 month, and remaining number of days you will be able to see that. For example, you have this data set, name and data joining. If I just want to know the tenure, that how many years every employee has completed in the organization, okay, so I can use the dated if. See, if I'm writing this date, I'm not able to see the dated if function, right? I can see date, date value and all, but dated if is not reflecting. So for dated if, you have to write complete dated if, and once you open the bracket, it will start highlighting. Okay, so because of that, I have just written the syntax in front of you. So initial date, my date of joining, and I want to calculate the year from the today's date. Okay, till today how many years has been completed. So if I just want to capture the today's date, so which function you will use?
Today.
Correct. So equals to today, comma. For the year, I said double quotes y, and this is not a case sensitive. Either you write a small y or you write caps y, it doesn't make any difference. If I press enter, see, Bonnie Potter has completed the 10 year. Okay, if I drag it, I can see that who has completed how many years. Okay, similarly for the month, this will remain the same. Okay, it will remain the same. Only what I will change, in place of y, I will use the ym. So I'm getting the remaining months, if you see. Right. For the remaining days, here things will remain the same. I will use the md. So I can see remaining days. So now you can see for the Bonnie Potter, my tenure is 10 year, 1 month, and the 7 days. You can calculate your age calculations also. You can put your date of birth, just consider this date of joining as a date of birth, and till today, you have completed 10 years, 1 month, and 7 days like this. You can calculate the age calculations also. But if I say, I need to know the total month, I do not want to convert into year. It means from the 10, 7 2014 to till today, how many months has been covered? 100 month, 200 month, 300 month, 50 month, or whatever. I do not want to convert into year. So see, same formula I will use, but instead of this ym, I will use only the m. If you are using only the m, it will show you the total month. See, if I drag it, look, who has completed how many months. Okay, total days. Here, simple use the D. That's it. Look, who has completed how many days. So if you require the total number of days or total number of months, then don't put the Y or the M. Okay. For the total months, simple use the M. For the total days, simple use the D. Okay. This one. Okay. Now, here, I'm just giving you the assignment which you have to complete it now. In the remarks, I'm just looking what kind of output. Let me tell you. I'm just mentioning it over here for your reference. Like Bonnie Potter has completed 10 years, 1 month, and 7 days. So it should come like this. I'm just looking for this kind of output in remarks column for each and every. Okay. So just perform this first of all at your end, and then you have to complete this remarks. So I want you to get it complete, which you have to complete it now. Okay, everyone.
Yes, can you show the formula, please?
Uh, For which one? Year.
For the year.
Okay, I'm pasting the formula here. This is for the year. This is for the month. This is for the day. This is for the total month. And this is for the total days. This one.
Thank you.
Yeah. For this remarks column, don't take the reference of column C, D, and E. Okay, I want you to use the concatenate and datative function together. Okay, datative formula is going to help you to get the difference between the two dates. Okay, like for example, if I have given you the date of joining and I want to calculate the tenure from the today's date, that each and every employee has been covered how many years, how many months, and how many days till today. So for that, I have used this datative function. Okay, so I'm just pasting the formula which you guys have used to show that result. Okay, see, Bonnie Potter has completed 10 years, 1 month, and 7 days, which is absolutely fine. Okay, this one. If I drag it, I will get the same result. Okay, so this is perfectly fine. So I'm just pasting this formula in the chat window now, which you guys have to use it. So it will help you to calculate this tenure. And this is not only related to the calculate the tenure. Okay, you in the terms of the finance, if I say, so you can calculate the aging. Aging is what? For example, if you have sold the good to someone on these dates and I need to start a follow up on the payment which I have not received after the 45 days. So what I will do from that day, I will calculate the number of days, and where the number of days is less than or equals to 45, I will not follow up on the payment. I will follow up on the payment where my aging is greater than 45. Okay, this one. So related to that, I will also give you an assignment in today's session only. So
Can you repeat what you told?
So that aging calculation, okay, when I'll just give you the assignment in today's session, na, in the another file. So I will explain that again. Don't worry. Okay. So now we have just covered all these things. Okay. Now I am opening the second file. Please do let me know if you are able to see the another file. Let me share it first of all. I'm sharing this. Okay. Let me know if you are able to see my screen, if nested, if and all. Can you see if nested, if and all?
Yes, yes, visible.
Okay. Okay. So now we are just going to see the if function. But before we start that, in the real world, okay, it means in the organization, not the 100%, I would say the 500%, you will use this formula, first thing. And same in the interview, 110% they are going to ask the question from this. Okay, so please understand the concept of this first of all. Don't do practice parallel to me if in case you are doing so. First understand this one. I will give you the time to do the practice because this is a highly important one. Okay, so now we are going to see the if function. But before just go for the if, understand why do we use the if and in which scenario you have to use the if. So generally when you use the if keyword, so if is what? If is basically a logical function. Logical is what? Logical means generally what we say. For example, if I say if this will happen, then I have a plan A. If this will happen, then I will have a plan B. So it means what you are doing. So you have a certain condition, and on the basis of that, you are making your plan A or B, right? For example, if you say, okay, when if my course will get complete, or for example, suppose if you say that you are pursuing the 12th, just take an example, okay, and if you say, okay, in the 12th, if I get the score more than the 75%, then I will just apply for the BTech. Okay, if I just get the percentage below the 75%, then I will apply for the MBBS, like this, for an example. So it means what you are checking? You are checking your score, right? If this score will be greater than this, I will apply for the BTech. If the score is less than this, I will just apply for the MBBS and all, right? So if is generally what? When you use the if keyword, it means you are talking about the some logical conditions, and you say if my condition gets matched, I will do this. If my condition will not match, I will do this, right? So the same way we are going to use the if function in the Excel, and it works. So as I said, if is a logical function, and the syntax of if is if logical test, value if true and the value if false. Okay, this logical test is what? This logical test is basically the condition. Okay, this logic. Saroj, can you please be on the mute? If you do not have any question, please.
Sorry.
No issues, no issues. Yeah, thank you. So this logical test is basically your condition. And always remember, the result of your condition will be either true or will be false. Okay? Because if I say, na, if my condition will match, I will do this. If my condition will not match, I will do this. Right? So always remember, this logical test will give you the result either true or false. It will not return any number, it will not return any text. Either my condition will match or my condition will fail. If my condition matches, I will say it's a true. If my condition gets fail, I will say the false. In the other words, you can say the result of the logical test will be the Boolean. Boolean means either true or false. Okay. So now in this case, the data which I have given you from column A to column E, what I want that in column F, I need to calculate the final amount. Okay, in column F. But for this, I have given you this condition. If you see in column H, the condition is that the amount which is mentioned in column E, if that amount is greater than 25%, sorry, 25,000, this amount, then in that case, I need to give the 10% discount to calculate the final amount. Okay. But if that amount is less than 25,000, then I need to capture the same amount. I will not give any discount. Okay. For example, for the first record, amount is 1,000. Is this a greater than 25,000? No. So I will not give any discount. In final amount, the 1,000 should come. Okay. If this amount is greater or equals to 25,000, so in this case, I will give the 10% discount and that will be my final amount. Okay. So what I will do, I will put the if formula. If this amount is greater or equals to 25,000. Now you can see logical test, it means condition I have given. Now it is asking the value if true. That if yes, if the value of the E2 cell is greater or equals to 25,000, then what we have to do? 10% discount, right? So E2 minus 10% of E2, right? Or you can calculate the E2 multiplied by 90%. So that is comma. Then the value if false. Value if false means if the value of the E2 is not greater or equals to 25,000, then I will capture the same amount, no discount. Close the bracket and enter. See, I'm getting the same result because the value of E2 cell is not greater or equals to 25,000, right? But now if I drag this formula, so see, I'm getting the 10% discount on those places where it is greater or equals to 25,000. Correct? This one. Okay. Okay. Now here in this remarks, for example, I just need to write it where I'm just giving the discount. I just need to mention as discount, and where I'm not giving the discount, it should mention as a no discount. Okay. So if I just want, I will say if this amount is greater or equals to 25,000, then I need to print as a discount. Okay. Else I just need to print as a no discount. So I will mention as a no discount. So now if I press enter and drag this one, so you can see where I have given the discount, you can see the discount is coming. Where I have not given any discount, it is showing as a no discount. Okay. So just try this, then I'll just give the assignment. I'm pasting the formula here. This one for column F. and this one is for column G. Just perform this and see, you are getting the same result. Now, here we are just going to see the nested if. Okay, so nested if what? Nested if doesn't mean that you will write nested if like this. No. If I say the mean of this nested means when you are using the two or more than the two functions together. So that is known as a nested function. But if I have written as a if, it means the combination of two or more than two if function will known as a nested if. So nested if you can use in the scenario when you have the multiple conditions and you need the same desired output or the different desired output. For example, I have just given you this condition where you can see the amount is greater or equals to 25,000 or the gold. I just need to give the 10% discount. So I said in this data set, okay, now just a minute, guys. That I will give the 10% discount to those customers only who has paid the amount greater or equals to 25,000 or they have purchased the gold. So if any of the single condition will match, I will give the 10% discount to them. Okay. For the gold, amount will not matter. If they will purchase the gold of 1,000 rupees or the 100 rupees, they will just get it, the 10% discount. So I will use the if. The first condition, for example, I say if this amount is greater or equals to 25,000, I need to give the 10% discount. So amount minus 10% of amount, comma, value if false. If the amount is not greater or equals to 25,000, then what we will do?
Same amount.
No, we will check the second condition. It might be na that person has purchased the gold, right? So I will say if this product is equals to gold. If this is matching, then also give the 10% discount. But neither your first condition matching nor your second condition matching. In that case, I will just give the amount. I will not give the discount. Now close the bracket and enter. You are getting this 900, right? The reason is that because amount is not matching, but which product customer has purchased? Gold,
Gold.
right? So you will get the 10% discount on 1,000, which is a 900. And now just drag this formula and see you are getting the correct result, right? This one. If you see the row number 7 and row number 8, in this case, neither amount is matching nor the product is matching, right? So that's why you are not getting any discount. The same amount is coming over.
Can you repeat this, sir?
So here, what I have done, I have just given this first condition. If my first condition is matching, give the 10% discount. If my first condition is not matching, so to check the second condition, I have put this another if. And in this, I'm just checking my second condition. If this is matching, then give the 10% discount. But if my first and second condition is not matching, then in this case, I need the result of this E5 cell. It means the same amount. I will not give any discount. Okay. Then or. Okay. Or function will also help you in this case. So when you have the multiple result, multiple conditions, and in the multiple conditions, you require the same desired output. Like in this case, I say my first condition or my second condition match, I need the 10% discount. So I can use this one. I say if this is equals to gold or this is greater or equals to 25,000. then I need to give the 10% discount. Otherwise, same amount. See, it will also give you the same result. Okay, this one. So when you have the multiple condition, and in the multiple condition, you require the same desired output. So either you can use the nested if or you can use the OR function. Now, if I say I change the condition, if I say I will give the 10% discount to those customers only who has done the shopping greater or equals to 25,000 and gold is purchased, whereby both conditions are matching, I will give the 10% discount to them only. So in this case, in place of or, you have to use the and. And now if I say if this product is gold and amount is this one, then if both conditions are matching, then give the 10% discount. Otherwise, capture the same amount. So in this case, just tell me, customer will get the discount or customer will not get the discount?
Not get the
Not
discount.
get.
Right? This one, correct.
No, will
If,
not get.
right. If you drag it, now you can see the result. Okay. This one. Now, this nested if you can use in that kind of a scenario where on the basis of multiple condition, if you have a same desired output, or on the basis of multiple condition, you have a different desired output. For example, if this one, and this is the interview question, same as it is question was asked from multiple candidates using the same data set even. Okay. Name can be changed, amount can be changed, but the data set is just like this one. Okay. The requirement is completely the same. So they have just given this data set and now they have just given the some incentive slab. They simply says that each and every employee gets the incentive if they have done the sales in this range. It means if any employee will do the sales between 1,000 to 25,000, that will get the 10% bonus of the sales amount. Okay. If in this second range, then 20% bonus, and greater than this, then the 30% bonus. Example. Range, then 20% bonus, and greater than this, then the 30% bonus. Example. Bonnie Potter has done the sales of 18,423. So as per the sales, Bonnie Potter is entitled for the 10% because this amount is existing into first range. So it means just calculate the 10% of this. Sorry guys, 10%. This one. And now the salary is fixed plus this amount will also come. So Bonnie Potter should receive this total amount. Yes or no? As per the business logic.
Yes,
So
sir.
Right,
this,
right.
Yes,
right? So
yes.
this amount we will calculate by using the nested if. So before this, understand this. Look, for this first range, we have a 10%. For the second range, we have a 20%. And for the third one, we have a 30%. So for each and every condition, we have a different desired output. So in this case, we will use the nested if. So see how I said if, and if this amount is greater or equals to 1,000, but this amount is less or equals to 25,000. If in this range, the amount is existing, then I will give the 10% bonus. It means amount plus 10% of the sales, comma, second condition, if, and if this amount, sales amount, is greater than 25,000, but less or equals to 39,500. If in this that is existing, then salary plus 20% of sales. Third one, if this sales is greater than 25,000. Sorry, not 25, 30.